No cell service, no SpaceX, no X. Just a medieval kingdom teetering on the edge of total financial collapse. If Elon wanted to conquer Westeros, he wouldn't forge a sword or hatch a dragon. He'd boil the problem down using his famous first principles thinking and disrupt the system. He'd take the Iron Throne using modern macroeconomics, short selling, and fiat currency manipulation. The first thing Elon notices is that the crown is hopelessly broke. The Iron Throne has racked up a staggering 6 million gold dragons in public debt. 3 million of that is owed to the Lannisters alone, meaning Tywin is effectively handing over the equivalent of a modern NFL franchise every single year. With rumors that the Lannister gold mines are secretly running dry, the crown is drowning in billions of dollars of debt, and Elon knows exactly how to exploit a distressed asset. He starts by orchestrating a massive medieval short squeeze on the kingdom's food supply. Westeros suffers from terrible trade logistics. Moving cargo over land in wooden carts is painfully slow and expensive. King's Landing relies almost entirely on bulk grain shipments floating down the rivers from regions like the Reach. Elon takes advantage of this fragile supply chain. He quietly borrows hundreds of thousands of bushels of grain on credit from oblivious lords like the Tyrells, executing a classic short-selling strategy, where he borrows an asset to sell it immediately for hard gold. Then, acting as an aggressive activist investor, Elon uses a fraction of that gold to anonymously hire mercenary companies to blockade the Rose Road, recreating the exact starvation conditions seen during the War of the Five Kings. Instantly, the supply chain snaps. Panic grips the capital, hyperinflation skyrockets, and the price of basic goods explodes, with a single side of beef suddenly costing a full gold dragon. The crown's purchasing power enters a complete death spiral. Because the price of grain has hyperinflated in the starving city, but crashed everywhere else due to the blockade, Elon buys back the exact amount of grain he owes for absolute pennies. He repays his original lenders, lifts the blockade, and pockets a fortune. But keeping massive piles of physical gold in King's Landing is a huge security risk, especially with the crown's history of seizing assets for purveyance. He needs to launder it into something untouchable. Instead of burying his treasure, Elon utilizes the decentralized banking of the free cities. He ships his physical gold across the narrow sea to Braavos. Unlike Westeros, the Iron Bank actually operates on a fiat money system, using square iron coins whose value comes entirely from the bank's reputation rather than the metal itself. Elon converts his hard Westerosi commodities into untraceable Braavosi ledger entries. When the Iron Throne inevitably defaults, the Iron Bank follows its ruthless strategy, funding the crown's enemies. With his decentralized wealth safe from taxation, Elon steps in and buys the Iron Throne's distressed debt at a massive discount. By the end of his first year, Elon Musk doesn't just sit on the Iron Throne, he owns the mortgage on it.
If you enjoyed this deep dive into hypothetical power moves, stay tuned for our next breakdown, where we pit modern minds against some crazy odds.